to the Ohio River. It is Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Today, a good matchup here in the AFC. It's the New York Jets and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. Evan McPherson getting this one started. And we are underway at Paycor Stadium. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Another run here with Hall. Oh! And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
He'll go again with Hall. And this is a slight improvement over the previous play. He's not going to lose yardage, but he's not gaining any either. It's 3rd down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
And here we have a former Super Bowl MVP. Now, Mike, he might not be what he once was, but you can argue he has transitioned into being one of, if not the most reliable backup quarterback in the entire NFL. Whenever he's been forced into the starting lineup, he gives your team a chance. That's all you can ask for, especially at this point in his career. You can see in the eyes of the quarterback, he's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now Flacco. That's going to be incomplete. effort, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Jets offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Jets.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Off the play action, here's Fields. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
Hall. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7th.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Now, Fields. He'll set up the screen to Hall. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Charlie Jones now to return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he's got a Bengals first down as the tackle's made at the 36.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Throwing, Flacco. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark them off with a gain of 24 and another first down. The tight end Fant in motion. He'll get this out wide. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least see if you can come away with some points.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
Here's Flacco to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
With wide receivers, I think we spend so much time, Mike, talking about their speed and their route running, and of course that's critical, but the ability to not only catch the ball, but to concentrate on the bad throws. We used to have a saying, you get paid to catch the bad ones, and I saw a great example of it here, laying out, going down to get this ball, holding on through contact with the ground, and it's a big-time play. It's one of those times, Mike, where you're actually better off just throwing the ball away, and yes, it's nice to get that reception, but it really just results in a wasted down.
Here's Flacco. And he'll take it on in. Andre Yosifov. Touchdown, Bengals. Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Panay Wanwu now to return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready for this next possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Play action now for Fields. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. B.J. Hill. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. That's caught. It's the tight end, Mason Taylor. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's Austin McNamara now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brown. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 11. Flacco. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. That is Will McDonald. Gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 62 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job, remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
To throw is Flacco. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money.
Good blocking, and he's in. Chase Brown, touchdown Cincinnati. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it, and the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. In motion comes Lazard. They go play action with Fields. He'll get it into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
One of the biggest challenges of playing zone defense is defending a quarterback when they break contain of the pocket. All the zones have to move along with the quarterback, and it is just a lot of stress put back there, and you're able to find a soft spot and you're able to connect.
And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, New York.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first and 10, Fields. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
That's right side and caught by Taylor. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Folks' kick is good. And the Jets are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown headed back onto the field. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. He's got it. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A huge play there for the Bengals. A gain of 66 yards.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line. I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
Now from a yard farther back, it's 3rd and goal. Flacco to throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Bengals. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bengals are out to a 21-10 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Here's Fields, choosing to keep this one. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Fields now on 2nd down. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
They give to Hall. He'll get this across midfield, down to the 48. It was Cam Taylor-Britt with the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
He'll try and get there on the ground. And Fields, who's tough to bring down in the open field, gives the D a break as he slides down. But he got the first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there, and the Jets have a first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
First down. Fields. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Second down. It's Fields. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Fields. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Allen Lazard. Touchdown, New York. Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets are back within 4. It's 21-17. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Now Flacco. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He'll look to throw. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Noah Fant was the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Here's Ryan Rico now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Davis to return it. Oh, looked like he may have hit a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. He's going to run it. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
1st down, Jets.
Taylor, the tight end, is in motion. Fields now to throw on 1st down. This one caught by Lazard. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To throw is Fields. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
There he goes again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they get the timeout. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets cut the deficit down to 1.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Harrison Phillips in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Let's give a lot of credit there, Mike, to this defense. They remain disciplined on that play-action fake. Nobody bid on it, and quarterback has no choice but to just eat the ball and take the snack.
Here's Flacco. He'll set up the screen to Brown. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 11.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. They bring Chase in motion. Here's Flacco to throw. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. Play action now for Fields. Look wide. Get this one complete. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Headed left, buying time. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Fields now. He'll set up the screen to Hall. He's going to have the 1st down. And that one good for 9, and the drive continues.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Fields. He'll get this over the middle to Smith. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Jets 1st down. Now Fields. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one. And another 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They put Wilson in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he is going to have a Jets 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
2nd down and 3. Again, here's Hall, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Fields from the gun on third down. Trying to do it himself, but this will come up short. They mark him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Jets will take the lead here in the third quarter.
Job number one on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll run here with Brown, and he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
26. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw is Flacco. Over the middle, the big target pass. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A pickup there of 13. And the Bengals going to have a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
2nd and 10. They bring Chase in motion. Flacco. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable, and just line up and snap it again.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Wow! And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's home. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On the give, it's Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. He'll try to run for it. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down.
18. And the Jets, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw is Fields. He'll get that to Wilson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Fields. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
This is the point in the game, Mike, where on 3rd down, you have to get off the field, and they do a great job. They defend everything in the pass routes, nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, but they don't keep him in the pocket. They let him escape, picks up the 1st down with his legs. They're going to be able to run more time off the clock.
He's able to tiptoe around one tackler, but not the second. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down, it's Fields. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Throwing is Fields. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, What are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now Brown. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On carry here for Brown. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got room past the 35. Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too...
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now Flacco. He'll swing this one out to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Flacco to throw. He gets that to his big target fast. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they will indeed try to tack on two.
The Bengals will line up.
Throwing, Flacco. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Return, here comes Davis. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They go play action with Fields. Down the field, he's got his receiver, Lazard. And he'll be taken down at the 30. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 45 yards.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this fourth quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
He takes off, showing off with footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
So, from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Hall from the pistol. He gets free. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You gotta think you want 6 when you have it 1st down. Justin Fields. Touchdown, Jets. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Big play coming here for the Jets as they will set up for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll try to pick it up with Hall, and he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. The Bengals offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brown. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Flacco. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. Harrison Phillips getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He'll look to throw. Short one there to his tight end, Fant. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Here's Flacco to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. They put Wilson in motion. Play action now for Fields. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Open man is Lazard. He's got it. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jets.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Fields. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. So now the Bengals use their third and final timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
First down. A 39-yard gain on the play. And the Jets first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
That's another Jets first down. First and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Taylor. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Play 7 of the drive coming up, and it's 3rd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So now the veteran, Nick Folk, with an important kick. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.